Welcome back to the Lone Road iRacers podcast with me, your host, Guy Robertson. The Lone Road iRacers podcast is the place where sim racing meets real world. A massive announcement again from iRacing, an all-new 2025 schedule packed with sports car and Formula Series that is set to shake up the sim racing scene. But what does this mean for iRacers? Which series would you be watching or racing? We've got all the details. Then we're going to catch up with the Porsche Tag Heuer Esports Supercup showdown at Spa, where Red Bull's Webster and Sebastian put on a masterclass in racing. We'll break down the epic battles, key moments, and look at the latest championship standings. So strap in, stay focused, let's hit the track. iRacing has announced an extensive lineup of year-long sports car and Formula Car series for 2025, offering sim racers like us a diverse range of competitive opportunities across various disciplines. The upcoming season promises to provide both new and veteran drivers with an exciting mix of endurance, sprint and multi-class racing taking place on some of the world's most legendary circuits. The 2025 iRacing schedule introduces several new and revised series designed to cater to a variety of skill levels and racing styles. iRacing's Vintage Grand Prix Tour, for example. This new edition brings the classic Lotus 79 to centre stage, allowing drivers to relive the golden age of Formula One. Inspired by the 1978 World Drivers' Championship, this series will feature a mix of historic and modern circuits, testing drivers' ability to master the raw handling of these legendary machines. Then there's the Formula iRacing series. The updated Open Wheel Championship will offer a structured progression for drivers aspiring to compete in high downforce, high-speed single-seaters, with races held on a global selection of road and street circuits. And finally, there is the Global Touring Car Championship, a revamped take on touring car racing, featuring a mix of TCR and GT4 machinery. This series will place a greater emphasis on wheel-to-wheel competition and racecraft, with close door-to-door battles at some of the best tracks. The 2025 schedule significantly broadens the range of available racing disciplines, giving iRacers more opportunities to find their niche. In sports car racing, this category continues to thrive in iRacing, featuring everything from GT3 cars to prototypes, with solo, team-based and endurance formats available. Drivers can experience some of the most prestigious races on the planet. Formula Racing open wheel enthusiasts will have a wide selection of single-seater championships to choose from, including Formula 4, Formula 3 and Advanced Formula iRacing series, allowing drivers to progress through a simulated motorsport career. And finally, multi-class endurance racing. The long-distance team-based format remains a staple of iRacing, with endurance races designed to mirror real-world events such as the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the 12 Hours of Sebring. That moves us on to special events and endurance races. The 2025 iRacing calendar is packed with special events that mimic real-world motorsport classics. The BRSCC iRacing FF1600 Festival, for example, takes place on October the 31st through to November the 1st. This event pays homage to the famous Formula Ford Festival. Using a heat racing format at the Brands Hatch Indy circuit, it promises to be a thrilling test of racecraft and strategy. Then there's the Endurance Racing Series, featuring legendary long-distance racers, including iRacing's Daytona 24-hour, iRacing Sebring 12 and iRacing Petit Le Mans. These endurance events challenge drivers and teams to manage strategy, fatigue and changing track conditions over extended periods. And the GT3 World Championship, a premier series designed for GT3 specialists, featuring a balanced calendar of sprint and endurance races across various international circuits. iRacing operates on a quarterly seasonal structure, with each season lasting 13 weeks. New content and updates are typically rolled out just before the start of a new season, ensuring fresh challenges for the community. The game's structured licensing system ensures that drivers compete against others of similar experience levels, making it easier for new players to gradually improve and progress. The licensing structure remains a key component of iRacing, preventing drivers from jumping into higher-level series without first proving their skills. Now, I think that one's up for debate. Starting from rookie status, drivers must work their way through D, C, B and A classes before competing in the most prestigious events. So what does all this mean for the iRacing community? The expansion of iRacing's sports car and Formula Car series signals the platform's continued growth and commitment to realism. With new championships and special events, 2025 will provide more opportunities for drivers to race at a professional level within the sim. This includes the inclusion of vintage racing alongside modern competition ensures that fans of all eras of motorsport will find something to enjoy. These updates also highlighted iRacing's focus on accessibility and structured progression, allowing newcomers to develop their skills while still providing elite competition for top-level sim racers. The addition of more endurance events will also help bridge the gap between sim racing and real-world motorsport, as many professional drivers continue to use iRacing for training. In conclusion, the 2025 iRacing schedule offers an expansive and immersive experience for sim racing enthusiasts, with a variety of series and events that cater to both sports car and Formula Car aficionados. Whether you're a seasoned driver or a newcomer, the upcoming year promises thrilling competitions, a wealth of strategic racing, and the opportunity to compete against some of the best sim racers in the world. Stay tuned to the Lone Road iRacers podcast for in-depth coverage and analysis of the 2025 iRacing series as we break down each championship and provide expert insight on the evolving world of sim racing. We'll be right back, folks, for our second topic today. Dre is the audible iRacers companion. Want to improve your results or get more wins? Download Dre, the digital race engineer. Hit the link in the show notes for a 10% discount. Our second subject this week is another look at the third race in the Porsche Tag Heuer Esports Supercup. The 2025 Porsche Tag Heuer Esports Supercup continues to deliver high-octane action, and the latest round at Spa-Francorchamps was no exception. Oracle Red Bull Sim Racing solidified its dominance as Cooper Webster and Sebastian Job each secured a crucial victory, further establishing themselves as top contenders in the championship battle. Spa-Francorchamps, known for its challenging corners and unpredictable conditions, hosted one of the most electrifying races of the season so far. The circuit's combination of high-speed straights and technical corners made for an intense battle between the top sim racers. The sprint race saw Cooper Webster start from the second row, quickly making his way past Kevin Ellis Jr. and Charlie Collins in the opening laps. A perfectly timed overtake at Le Coombe put Webster into the lead, where he had to defend against relentless pressure from Ellis Jr. for the remainder of the race. Biggest highlights through the sprint race were Webster's defensive driving in the final laps, holding off Ellis Jr. by just 0.3 seconds at the line. Biggest lowlight, Zach Campbell suffered an unfortunate spin at Blanchimont, dropping him from a potential top 5 finish to 12th place. And the surprise performer in the sprint race was Alejandro Sanchez, who started outside the top 10, fought through the pack for an impressive finish in 6th. Webster's victory in the sprint race extended his championship lead and set the stage for an even more dramatic feature race. The feature race saw an intense battle between Webster and teammate Sebastian, with Job ultimately taking the win after a strategic move at the infamous Eau Rouge Radion section. The duo engaged in a fierce exchange of positions, with Webster initially holding the lead before Job executed a daring overtake on the Camel Straight. Biggest highlight, Job's perfectly executed pass on Webster, showing his racecraft and bravery. Lowlights of the main feature race was a massive pile-up at La Source on the opening lap, eliminating several midfield contenders including Sanchez and Luca Kita. A hard charge at Charlie Collins, who recovered from a poor qualifying session to finish third after an intensive last lap battle with Dane Warren. The race was a masterclass in sim racing strategy, with both Red Bull drivers executing flawless tyre management and defensive driving. The race at Spa was packed with breathtaking moments and dramatic incidents. As previously mentioned, the start of the feature race saw a massive pile-up at La Source as several midfield drivers tangled, causing a chain reaction that led to multiple retirements. Among the most unfortunate was Alejandro Sanchez, who was caught up in the melee and forced to retire early. Eau Rouge Radion battle, so the iconic uphill section proved to be a key overtaking point, as in most races, with multiple drivers attempting high-risk manoeuvres. While some pulled off spectacular passes, others found themselves in the barriers, including rookie sensation Luca Kita, whose aggressive move on the outside ended in a spin. As the race approached its final moments, defending champion Charlie Collins attempted a daring overtake on Dane Warren for a podium spot. The move resulted in slight contact, forcing Warren off track and allowing Collins to snatch third place at the finish line. The stewards reviewed the incident but deemed it a racing incident. So let's have a look at the championship standings after Spa, which is the third event of the season. With his consistent performances, Cooper Webster remains at the top of the standings with 178 points, while Sebastian Job moves up to second place with 149. The battle for the title is really heating up, with just a few rounds remaining in the season. Here are the top five in reverse order. So in fifth, Dane Warren, 128 points. Fourth, Charlie Collins, 135 points. Third, Kevin Ellis Jr. with 140 points. Sebastian Job P2 with 149. And our leader after the third race is Cooper Webster with 178 points. The next round of the Porsche Tagger Esports Supercup takes place at Sachsenring, a circuit known for its tight, twisty layout and elevation changes. Scheduled for next weekend, this track will present a stark contrast to the high-speed nature of Spa, demanding precision and patience from the drivers. So, who is favourite for the Sachsenring race, folks? So, Sebastian Job, with his strong technical skills and ability to manage tight corners, Job is expected to perform well here. While Kevin Ellis Jr., known for excelling at short technical circuits, Ellis Jr. will look to close the gap to Webster. Webster himself, despite his dominance on fast tracks, Webster's adaptability could still make him a contender here. While Charlie Collins, with his aggressive showing at Spa, Collins is eager to secure a victory and climb the standings. So with only a few races remaining, the fight for the championship is intensifying. Can Webster maintain his lead, or will Job and even Ellis Jr. close the gap? Stay tuned to the Lone Road iRacers podcast as we break down all the latest action from the Porsche Tagger Esports Supercup and beyond. Well, that's it, folks, for another podcast this week. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to leave feedback whichever platform you pick up your podcast from. And don't forget to share it with your fellow iRacers, friends and family. And don't forget to mail the show if you want to be a guest or any specific subjects you would like us to talk about. Until then, folks, week 13 is coming up close. Make sure your safety rating is above 2. Happy iRacing. I'll see you on the track soon.